Your coach John Kavanagh said that you now would beat the Conor that beat Eddie smoothly. So people haven't seen you fight in a while, might be quite excited to hear that.
Yeah.
Do you agree with him?
Yeah.
And has the time away made you an improved fighter?
Most certainly, people always say they want the old Conor back, or the 2015 or the 2016 Conor. And don't get me wrong, that was a masterful performance against Eddie. It was probably the best championship performance in UFC history. On the New York debut, and there's so many great things with that, but he is correct. I would beat that man that beat Eddie that night, so I'm in a great spot, and I'm moving well.
Why Donald Cerrone though? Like, what made you decide to come back to face him?
Me and Donald have had a history for many years, right? It's been a fight that's been rumored and it was gonna happen, and then the Diaz fight happened, and we just have a history together, me and Donald. It's an inevitable bout. He's had some phenomenal records under his belt. Most fights, most rounds, most head kick knockouts, most bonuses. He's deserving of this opportunity. For me though, the opponent was not necessarily. You saw when I went to Russia, I announced the date. I announced my date. January. I said I will be back January 18th. Ask the UFC who the opponent is, and then they came with Donald, and I was very happy with it. I'm very excited to fight Donald, and it's the beginning of a good stretch of solid activity.
Anything in his style that brings you a challenge?
Well, he's definitely a tricky customer, Donald is. You don't get all those records. You don't have the most wins in UFC history without posing threats. So, they'll say 170 will be a bit bigger and that. And I'm excited about it, but I'm confident also.
We all know how Donald and his wife will celebrate the fight, but how will you celebrate if you win, and what will you do if you lose?
How will Donald and his wife celebrate? You said you know how.
With the red panties.
Oh, right, with the red panties. Jesus, young man. Yeah, they'll celebrate that win or lose anyway, do you know what I mean? So, I'm going to have a good night. I've abstained from my Proper 12 whiskey for a good while now, I think 5 or 6 months now. It must be at this stage. It feels like 5 or 6 years, but but I'll have a good night and a few sips, and then spend the next day with my family and the kids, and then just regroup and get back into training. So.
Do you still planning to meet?
Red panties every night for me.
Still,
even if I'm not funny.
do you still planning meet Khabib to take revenge in Moscow this year?
Yes, I think that will be such an amazing spectacle for the sport, right? To settle it in Moscow. The people out there are great. The Russian people, a lot of support out there. It will be a high energy, high octane bout. A lot of history, a lot of passion. I think it would be movie material. So I think we must do that for the game.
You've had some of the most iconic post-fight speeches in the game. Nate had a pretty good one when Jorge was cage-side with the BMF bout. Jorge's going to be cage-side again for you. Does that add a bit of spice to you?
No, I don't know. I don't really plan these things. I'll just roll with it and see what happens, But Jorge's nothing. Nada.
You've accomplished so much in your career, and a lot of records as well. Is there anything else that you want to accomplish, that you really need to accomplish?
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm setting up for another record now on Saturday night, and more titles. I can get that welterweight title. I can get that bad motherfucker title. I will get those titles, and I also will enter into the boxing game. I want to get a boxing world title also. So I have many goals and many aspirations that continue to drive me.
A lot of people are talking about when you mentioned that you think you make like $80 million for this fight. Where does this number come from?
From, it must do very, very well. It's from my belief that the bout will do very well. I believe it will do very well. Whether it'll do the 80 million, we'll see, There are many aspects that must make it that way, so. But I believe it's an exciting, fan-friendly bout, and I believe the world is excited to see this bout, so I'm excited to see how it does. So.
Fighting not for a belt is something that bothers you, or the fact that it was...
every fight for me is a belt in my mind, Every fight is a mega fight regarding me.
Did you really want to make this a co-main event at some point in time last year?
The UFC is such it's a crafty L business, the UFC, It is what it is. And this is a main event bout between two legends of the sport.
It's not quite a Mystic Mac or even a Clairvoyant Cowboy, but he said he wants a head kick knockout in the 4th round. He wants it. He's not predicting it, so
Yeah.
it's different. Do you respect that? He said a great fight to him is one that goes on for a bit and then you get the finish.
I'm not really interested in what he has to say, to be honest. You know, I like Donald. There's no ill will against Donald, but I'm going to put him away, and I'm going to put him away smoothly.
Fighting somebody without that bad blood, you know, the process building up to the fight is something that is kind of relief.
No.
You know?
It's the same thing. A fight's a fight. I'm going to get in there. Whether it's bad blood or good blood, it's blood. It's a fight, you know. So I'm excited to be back and excited to perform on Saturday night.
Since this fight's at 170, where do you think it puts you in the welterweight division if you get a win here? Right?
Yeah, well,
is a fight with Usman in your crosshairs?
We call the shots here, you know. We can call the shots. With activity, the UFC are very pleased that I'm back, you know, and the ESPN is very pleased that I'm back, and so I'm going to go in and put on an impressive performance and go from there.
There have been some names that have emerged since your last fight, like Israel Adesanya and some other fighters that have, you know, really made a nice name for themselves. Is there anybody that you've been watching that you've been particularly impressed with?
I've been impressed with Israel. He's with our management stable at Paradigm Sports Management. We have him. You know, he's doing very well. Yeah. I went a mega event in Australia. He stole the show. Yeah, some good guys. Very excited. Very exciting times in the game, and I look forward to kickstarting 2020 in the most exciting way.
Although I was saying that the last time he saw you was at the Red Rock here in Las Vegas. You guys were actually in rooms that were close to each other. And he was very surprised that you actually thought that he won that fight. If he takes the belt at 135, do you think he could be a possible opponent?
Yeah, oh, you never know. Aldo's coming back at me. Maybe if he wants it. I thought he looked very well in his condition and in his weight cut. I was very impressed with that. You know, it takes complete discipline and dedication with that. I thought the bout was a good bout with Marlon. I think once he switched on with that high kick, it was a comfortable enough fight. I think he switched off at moments that made it close, but I think Aldo was the better fighter and should have probably won the bout. I wish Jose well. And you never know, maybe down the line.
Would you attempt 145 again, or is that business taken care of?
I don't know. You know, I'm in a great spot not having to cut weight right now, so it's easy for me to say, oh yeah, I'll do it, but when you're cutting weight, it's tough. You know, like I said, that's why I had immense respect for Jose, and I knew the media were saying he's cutting too much weight and this, that, and the other, but I knew by his physique and his body that he'd put immense work into that, and I have an understanding of it because I know what it feels like. So I'll never say never. You know.
This fight at 170 is very progressive because nobody's cutting weight, and it seems like a lot of the fighters.
I'd say Donald has a little bit to cut.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Donald's cutting a bit.
Do you think a lot of fighters, though, at 155 that might not necessarily be in title contention next, or that maybe even are in title contention, should get the opportunity to fight at 170 if the weight cut is a problem? Keep the longevity?
Yeah, that would be no problem. That is no problem. It's just people don't want to do it. People don't want to do that. You must remember, before I went up and won that second world title, no one would even move a division. And then all of a sudden, everyone just wants to give it a shot. Those that were brave enough. But for the most part, people don't want to take these risks and these chances, and I am not that person. So I always take risks. I always look to climb, and that's where I am now.
So 2 more questions.
You'll know that quote about silk pajamas. When you've accumulated as much wealth as you have, what is it you love about this game that keeps you coming back, that keeps you wanting to graft?
You know, I just love being in prime physical condition. It strengthens my mental. Also, being fully conditioned and prepared to fight. And I just love the energy. You know, it's been a while since I've been in the arena, and I look forward to stepping back inside that arena once again.
Final question.
You said once, before even becoming the champion of the UFC, that what defines us is how well you rise after falling. Is that a quote that is still true nowadays? Like, you're coming back after that loss to Khabib, is something that is still true for you?
Yeah, of course. You know, I've came back. I came back before, right after the Diaz loss, and I proved to everyone, I showed everyone what a fully focused Conor can do. It's like sometimes when I get it all, I've got to give it away for me to want to get it again. So maybe that's where I am right now. But I'm in a great spot. And I'll get this, and I don't think I'll give this up. So I'll etch my name in stone, even deeper on Saturday night.
Thanks, Conor.
Thank you.